Good evening. Welcome to a concert of Leap Boundary Breakers choir concert. You know, this choir is children's choir, students' choir, I would say. They are from Balavidya Mandir, Adyar, Montessori Sprouts, and Shishya. They are all schools. And they are under the direction of artistic director Srinivas Krishnan. Srinivas Krishnan came about 3 or 4 years ago from United States to Adyar, Chennai, Adyar, to do this work. Or maybe he came to Chennai and then found out doing this work for which he is so enthusiastic to work with children, with music, creating the universal language of music and friendship with students and children. It is absolutely marvelous things which he is doing. I think he is very reputed in USA, and he has been associated with Adyar Rahman, whom many of you surely must know, the two-time award winner of Academy Award winner. So they have this choir, or part of this choir, has given their concerts in various places already, like Kaladoda Festival, Columbia University, MIT, IIT Madras, as well as in the Theosophical Society. I think it was 3 years ago when Balavidya Mandir students or children came to give their first concert, isn't it? The first concert to public. And we talked about that there come 300 children to sing to us in the international convention. And it turned out to be that we received 500 children to sing in our international convention. It was absolutely a marvelous occasion and marvelous singing and listening to those children who really find their liveliness through music. So this choir is called Boundary Breakers. And the reason, well, at least one reason is that their music consists of various languages and various cultural approaches, like North Indian classical, Sufi music, Western classic hits, Western pop, and American musical, folk music, devotional music, as well as hits from some film. So this choir rehearses every week during the school time. And one weekend they came to the international headquarters of the Theosophical Society to rehearse in the Blavatsky bungalow, to rehearse for this concert, for you, for here, for us in Varanasi. And now they are here. And we are really excited to have this choir with us and make us to the mood which they have in various rhythms and feelings, let's say so. And also welcome the wonderful musicians that have accompanied them during the whole tour in Varanasi and around this place. Welcome, Srini and the choir.
Check, check. Check.
فاكر كبو هتعملها قصاد الدنيا هتقولها وكنت أهدى تعدلها سكت كتير. فاكر كبو هتعملها قصاد الدنيا هتقولها وكنت أهدى تعدلها سكت كتير. قعدت مصر بسكوتك ما تستكسرش فيها صوتك وتكتب بكرة بشروطك دي بشرة كيف. قعدت مصر بسكوتك ما تستكسرش فيها صوتك وتكتب بكرة بشروطك دي بشرة كيف. قعدت مصر بسكوتك ما تستكسرش فيها صوتك وتكتب بكرة بشروطك دي بشرة كيف. قعدت مصر بسكوتك ما تستكسرش فيها صوتك وتكتب بكرة بشروطك دي بشرة كيف. وبنادى صعيدي بتاكل بورسعيدي بشباب اسكندراني لماني لمدريد ونهاري بالسواقي بالليناوي بالسيناوي بالمهلة واللي مية مية ونروبا جمال والبسيس السويسة دنيا هسه كده كده وللاسماء النبية يا مكيد وهنا
जम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् उमाशुभं शोभविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्
Raghavan,
hear you. Your turn. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Your turn. One more time, one more chance. One more time. You did all right.
सफर मेरा है तू ही मेरी मंजिल तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल मेरा खुदा तू भी दुआ में शामिल तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल मुझे आज़माती है तेरी कमी मेरी हर कमी को है तू लाज़मी जुनून है मेरा बनूं तेरे काबिल तेरे बिना गुजारा है दिल है मुश्किल
Was popularized by a singer named Arijit Singh, extremely talented singer from West Bengal.
ये जिस्म भी मेरा उतना मेरा नहीं जितना हुआ तेरा तूने दिया है जो वो दर्द ही போறவனா பஞ்சாதியா போறவனா நல்ல மணிகையா நல்லது கொண்டு கொண்டு அரளி பூச்சொடியாக மணி போறோம் கடல காட்டுக்குள்ள கையடிச்சு சொன்ன புள்ள காத்துல எழுதணும் பொம்பளைங்க சொல்ல சொல்ல கடல காட்டுக்குள்ள கையடிச்சு சொன்ன புள்ள காத்துல எழுதணும் பொம்பளைங்க சொல்ல சொல்ல ராசாதி பூச்சோடி பக்கப்பட்டு போற புள்ள நீ போனா என் உடம்பு மண்ணுக்குள்ள ராவோடு செறி வரும் அடிக்குள்ள ராசாதி உசுறு என்ன பொட்டு வச்சு சுட்ட வீரர் காயல் மறை குறைந்த வெச்ச கையில் வாசம் இன்னும் போகல் மருதையில வாங்கி வந்த பதவியோட இலைய மல்லு வெட்டி மத்தியில மஞ்சக்கார மலர் கழுத்து தேர்மலையும் காதோர மச்சத்தை கால்வல பார்ப்பத போனவியும் வரவும் கொலுசு மணி சிரிப்பும் குமரியில் சிரிப்பும் கேட்பது கேட்பது போகிற தண்டு போவது போ கட்டுக்குள்ள கச்சக்குருவி ஒன்று சிவாரி கத்து நம்ம கடல காட்டுக்குள்ள கையடிச்சு சொன்ன புள்ள காத்துல எழுதணும் பொம்பளைங்க சொன்ன சொல்ல கடல காட்டுக்குள்ள கையடிச்சு சொன்ன புள்ள காத்துல எழுதணும் பொம்பளைங்க சொன்ன சொல்ல ராசாதி
Hey Rasati!
Have you ever felt forgotten? Love is lost nowhere. Have you ever felt like you would disappear? That you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Scratching through when you need a friend to carry you. When you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you reach up and you rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. Every time that you call out, you're a little less alone. If you only say the word, and across the silence, your voice is heard. And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. Let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you reach up and you rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking, and all is new, all is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that all is new, all is new. You are not alone, 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 you are not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you reach up and you rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. 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 You will be found.
evening, everyone. Hope you're having a good time there. I just hope. Let's think what Punjabi? अभी समोसा खाया भी नहीं भाई, कोई खाया नहीं, नहीं खाएंगे. So here's the thing. We're going to actually do something very different. We wanted to mix it up today. And in saying so, this next composition that we have basically personifies so many things. Partly because very often we look at a guru as a teacher, guru as in nature, guru as in your mother, guru as in your pet, and everything that gives us direction and calibrates everything we do to the best of our conscience. Ultimately, the greatest guru is your conscience. I want to call upon Dr. Srinivas Raghavan to talk about the entire concept that we have been discussing over the last few months. As Maria pointed out, that we had gone over to the Theosophical Society at Adyar to rehearse, and we wanted to come up with a certain formula that would be distinct and that would have a DNA that would probably embody a lot of the elements that not just necessarily music would have, but what mankind could assimilate. Dr. Raghavan, I request you to come up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that the seeds have given the essence to you in the last 1 hour time. And we have sown this seed 3 years before with the concept of what you call developing enriched experience for the children in different fields. One of this is leadership engagement in artistic performance. And we involve quite a lot of children, about 350 children training at the same time. And the sample of the children who are passionately working further is what is seen today. And these seeds were sown 3 years before, and it has started blossoming now. And we have nurtured this for the last 3 years with the support of the Theosophical Society organization as well. First performance, as Mrs. Maria told. And thanks to Mr. Tim Boyd, President of Theosophical Society, for engaging us often, and Mrs. Marja Artamaa for supporting us and inviting us to be a part of this grand event today. And this seed has blossomed now, and we are confident and we are committed to nurture these seeds furthermore in the years to come, and these flowers will definitely yield many more seeds. There is a saying, விதைத்தவன் மறைந்தாலும் விதைகள் முளைத்துவிடும். There is a saying in Tamil. So we sow the seeds, and even the person who sows the seed is not going to be there forever, but these seeds will produce the seeds furthermore. This is our motive, and we are sure that our children will be able to take it up further. And we want to promote these kind of initiatives, and we are working, me and Mr. Srini, are constantly engaging and taking these kind of initiatives, which is not just only the music, but also interdisciplinary projects, which will involve students, youth throughout the globe, and bringing eminent people to participate and nurture these next generation children. Okay, so we are committed, and we would be happy if you can support us and take the lead forward. as well. Okay, so we are also thankful to Peasant School, Rajkot, for involving these children for yesterday and today, okay, in a workshop. Actually speaking, as Chanakya says that, think like a teacher while you learn. And these children taught the other school children today. So that enhances their experience further. Okay. So, and when you say that the theme goes very well, nurturing the divine seed, we are not the only people who nurture this. And we have with us Mrs. Sudha and Mr. Arvind amongst us here, who constantly support this endeavor in promoting this kind of activities, and that will improve the universal brotherhood. And I'm sure that Bal Vidya Mandir, as well as organizations across the world, would be able to support and collaborate together and take it up for a wonderful world, creation of the wonderful world. Thank you so much, and keep enjoying. Thank you.
Fantastic. I want to take the time for a second and see if you have any questions. Any of you. Feel free. Yes? No. I'll get to that. That music, we love doing that. If there's anything that you want to know about the journey, in keeping with nurturing, what is divinity? And what is that seed? Where do we plant that seed? Do we plant it here? Do you want to plant it here? You want to plant it here? You're going to plant a seed everywhere. And I think the most important thing is how the world chooses to water it. We make these choices. Parents make these choices. Our community makes this choice. Because music, at best, is an excuse to collaborate. Music is at best an excuse to find out who we are, to give ourselves that identity. As Ramana Maharishi always said, who am I? And what a fantastic statement. Who am I? Think about that. Let's move on to this piece called Guruji. And it involves so much, every line in this song. We're going to take just a couple of stanzas, primarily to elucidate a frame drum. I'm going to have all the kids sit down for a second, and I'm going to have Carson talk about he can play that. He doesn't even need to. Let him just play this frame drum so you get an idea of what this is. So you have the frame drum in Egypt called the rik. You have the Celtic boran. And the frame drum is there even in India, the kanjira. So you have something or the bendir. There's so many forms of frame drum. I think what matters most is listening to it and how you can weave that in context with every kind of music. And today we are going to do this with Indian classical bhakti music, bhakti rasa. So Carson, can you come up? Nice to you. So this tell them a little bit about this.
So this is a drum designed after a daf or a bendir, which is found in many places in the Middle East. And I play this drum in the style of a darbuka player. So this tradition of playing comes from Zohar Fresco, really. He's who I learned how to play, and my teacher, Jamie Haddad. So it's a lap-style frame drum, and you play it with a split hand technique that's found very commonly in a lot of instruments in the Middle East. Thanks.
We don't need to clap. There's more to come. We'll keep the applause for the end. And here's why. So Carson has been working with an ensemble for the last couple of months, and we're going to weave that. And we do this acoustic first. Just listen to the overtones and the singing. ask Netra to come here and tell them a little bit about what you learned in this technique.
So we first learned the basics, as Carson told, the fingering techniques. Yeah. And we, used the beats for the songs. Yeah.
What kind of beats was it? What beat cycle? This is called Deep Chandi. Dhatete dhata tin tatete dhata tin dhatete dhata tin tatete dhata tin gadha tin dhata tin gadha din gadha tin dhata tin tatin dhata tin dhatin dhatin tete gadha gadigena dha tete gadha gadigena dha tete gadha gadigena din dha. So basically everything is set to syllables. We're going to have a short solo of tabla and pakhawaj together. Syllables, this Rela Kaidas, taka dene taka taka dene taka dene taka 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 dene taka 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 dene taka taka dene taka taka dene taka dene taka 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 dene taka 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 dene taka taka dene
taka taka dhumaketa taka taka dhumaketa 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 taka taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa 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 taka taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa 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 taka taka dhumaketa taka 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 dhumaketa taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa dhumaketa taka dhumaketa taka dhumaketa
din taka 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 din taka taka din taka tita gidanaga din taka 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 din taka taka din taka tita gidanaga din taka taka din taka 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 din taka taka din taka tita gidanaga din taka 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 din taka
da din da da din da din taka taka din da da din da da din da da din da kita kita da kada ke din naga de kada ke tera na da tunna katte te kita kita da kita kita da kita kita da The next piece is called Desh, which means Desh comes from the word, there's a word called Dike or Disha. Disha means direction. Dike is in Latin and means country in India, Desh. Before I go forward, there's something about these students. So some of the soloists that you heard, Smriti was, which class are you?
Sixth.
In 6th grade, all right. Kriti,
I'm in 8th.
8th. Raksha,
11th.
Meera,
9th.
Samikta,
9th.
Amrita Varshini,
6th.
6th. Okay. Who are the other soloists here? Hasita,
9th.
Netra,
I'm in 9th.
Rashmi,
I'm in 8th.
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 7th. 6th. 7th. 7th. 9th. 9th. 6th. 8th.
9th, 9th, 6th,
5. 6th. 9th. 3rd. 5th. 5th. 2nd. 2nd. 8th. 6th. 7th. 5th. 7th.
7th.
5th. 5th. 5th.
I'll leave out someone. Where's Enya?
7th.
7th.
5th. Fifth.
Enya is one of the brightest kids in the class. A super bright kid. And we have something called a red book. And these guys don't like me for it. You like me for that? No. Oh, okay. What? What is that? So the red book basically, Kriti, come here. Tell them about the red book.
So basically, the red book is something we were given a few months back. So every week we get an assignment. We're supposed to write whatever we learned in school. It's academics, whatever we understood of it. It is, yeah, that's what it is.
Anyone else?
Basically, this red book that we have, it's like something where we revisit what we learned in school. So, and also it promotes, it's kind of like we are writing our own textbooks for us to study for our tests and exams and stuff. So it helps us understand the concepts better, or the things that we didn't understand the first time, so that we can understand it better when we write it down the second time.
We are from Sprouts. In Sprouts, we have this class called Creative Expression, where we have particular topics that are taken every Thursday. So, based on those topics, we need to do some drawing or something creative in our red book. So, yeah.
Anyone else? One more.
In our red books, we are supposed to write 10 to 15 pages in like within 2 days or something.
Okay, my bad. So the point here is, hey, okay.
Okay, so first when he gave us the red book, he's like, write your passion, do anything you want. I was like, oh yeah, I can write anything I want. Then he's like, write academics. I'm like, what? Like, what? Yeah. But yeah, it's obviously, yeah, you can revisit what you learned, so yeah.
So, so, okay. The key thing here is the fact that writing is such a beautiful thing. And I think in a day and age where students are so careless in terms of forgetting that love for, they go on a keyboard or they're texting on a phone, they're unable to take a pen and write a letter. And I think it starts from something so simple. And so the important thing, oh, thank you so much. Thanks. So, I mean it. I mean, the thing is, and I come from a science, pharmacology, toxicology background. So that's my specialty. And a lot of our research done says distinctly that all the nerves on the tips of our fingers, this activity actually stimulates a lot of your gray cells and allows you to fluidize and conceptualize things, bringing things full circle. And I think some of the books that we had were outstanding. I want to congratulate the students. I was supposed to pick 10 people, and I keep kidding that I would do that, and I'll never pick 10 people. And that's not what this is about. It's not about competing with one another. This is not a rat race. I hope they compete with their own previous best performance. And good work never goes unnoticed. Good work never goes unnoticed. So keep that in mind, okay? Going to do Desh. Haji? The youngest student. અહીંયા આવતો એક મિનિટ સો સુભાષ ગુજરાતીમાં શું કરવાનું કે તું We'll get him too. ગુજરાતીમાં વાત કર તારું નામ શું છે
મારું નામ સુભાષ છે
અરે તું શું કરે છે અહીંયા તું સ્ટેજમાં શું કરે છે તું
ગાઉં છું
તું કે ને શું કરે છે
પરફોર્મ કરું છું
પરફોર્મ કરે છે શું કરે છે તું રિહર્સલમાં શું કરે છે
રિહર્સલમાં હું સોંગ ગાઉં છું પ્રેક્ટિસ કરવાના
અને વારાણસી
વારાણસી બહુ ફાઇન છે
અચ્છા અને now tell them anything. Thank you. Tell them how you like the concert, how you like the Esophageal Society.
I like the Esophageal Society.
Biju? What you like today? What did you like today?
I like the performance.
And then earlier in the morning? You forgot?
Boat ride.
Boat ride, okay. What did you see in the boat?
Birds. I fed the birds. I fed the birds.
You fed the birds? And then what else?
Dry fruits.
Huh?
I fed dry fruits.
Dry fruits. He gave all his dry fruits away. Okay. The gentleman, do you have any question for Subhash? Tell them what you did in your red book.
I read about Indian rocket.
Indian rockets and?
Airplanes.
Airplanes.
Ships. Lighthouse.
You didn't write any nice thing about me? Okay. Raghav, come here.
I forgot, sir.
Okay. What class are you in?
Second.
And tell them what all have you learned? What songs have you learned? Don't keep it close. Keep it.
Many songs.
You learned many songs. Tell them the names of the songs. Tell them. No, you got to tell them. You don't want to tell them what you learned? That's not nice. You don't want to tell them? What song is your favorite?
You hi chala chala rahi.
And then second?
That's all.
You only like one song. That's so funny. Very nice. The last song for the evening, and I want to express once again my gratitude to the Theosophical Society. Every single member, we know the names, we know the people, but Tim and Maria, God bless, and I think everything we do, we must enjoy what we do. The last song, I want every member in the audience to sing towards the end. Don't be shy.
La
it is our turn really to thank this wonderful choir and Srini and musicians. Absolutely, hurrah! I am really amazed about this real concert. Wonderful work, absolutely. And there were so new things and so many things and movements and being together with the music. That's really wonderful. So we want to give a little thing so that you remember us also when looking looking something. So Shashi, would you help? And maybe somebody.